Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is. It's one on triple the G.O.D. Yo, live from the LAB. Let's welcome you guys back to a real live installment of Triple the Guy Speaks on. And yo, just want to rap with y'all for a minute. I've been meaning to rap with y'all for like maybe the last month and a half, but I haven't had the opportunity, and life hasn't granted me the opportunity to sit down and rap with y'all for a minute. But sit down, chill, relax, and let me just rap with y'all for a minute. Mainly the thing I wanted to rap with y'all about, I wanted to be really serious and like rap with y'all about the joke that turned into a Patreon page that only has one patron. And shout out to my boy Drew Boo, aka Young Moneybags, putting in the work, man. I thank you, appreciate that. I'm gonna show you some love on the front of this. You know what I mean? The thing is that when I set up that Patreon was a joke from a live stream. Shout out to my boy Ron Bomber, the other half of Partners in Hentai. He don't even know that's the name yet, but now he know because this is video, he gonna see it. And I made that Patreon as a joke because I said up here like, what would you start a Patreon for? Why not the Bots Master Abridge, where you can't really find any episodes to really abridge technically, and we just thought it was a funny joke and we ran it. And I just sat up here at that point, I created it, a PayPal.me account for the joke. Just for nothing but the joke itself. And then I left it up there and was like, yo, if y'all want to do something, it ain't no big deal. It ain't gonna stop what I'm doing. Thing is, YouTube had some words with me today after I got through, man, making my hustle and getting my grind on. Is because you doing a thing we don't appreciate, because two honkies got on the internet and did things that no one appreciates, you ain't getting paid for what you do. I freaked out for 2 seconds because it's like, again, as someone with the tenure that I have and how much I done been through with YouTube, as far as building this channel up and grinding it hard, like, again, like, it didn't used to be as sell YouTube your soul, sell Google your soul, and we'll let you upload videos more than 15 minutes. No, that was a thing you earned. You earned that by grinding it out, or either that or having what used to be director's account grandfathered in. It took me a whole year and a half to earn the opportunity to upload a video more than 10 minutes and 59 seconds. And when I got that opportunity, I clowned, and people was like, why are you making videos for 30 minutes? Well, it's this simple. I earned this ability to do a thing that you can't, so I am going to exploit it to its utmost and nth degree. And that's what I did. The thing is that, you know what I'm saying, that YouTube is changing. Yeah, YouTube been changing. The game didn't had its run. When it comes to YouTube and how they do and how they move, the game has had its run. If you wasn't making money, if you made your money between 2011 and 2018, you didn't probably about made all the money you gonna make. It's like, it's a weird Wild West out there. Cause I do what I do and do my research. It's like everybody and their mama getting dropped from MCNs, getting dropped from the YouTube Partner Program because you don't qualify for this, but your content's fine, but because we got these strict guidelines, so we can pay less people more than you do this or whatever, and it's kind of like, as I roll my eyes, as I make an attempt to. The thing is that even though this happened, it's like I say, maybe this needed to happen to me because I need to get back to what it was. But it's like, the thing is, if I sit up here and say get back to what I was doing, I've been doing the same thing for a decade now. So it's like I ain't done nothing different. Ain't nothing different about what this channel was doing in 2008 when I first discovered all the things you could do with Windows Movie Maker, Fraps, and all the dumb things that are on your mind with the pictures you find on the internet, to what it is that I do now. And yes, that content shift has gone through a couple of evolutions, ultimately to a lot of what I do with Triple the Guy Speaks on, because I'm like, the reason why I wasn't when I probably should have was because I was writing on my blog, and it's like writing on my blog was like a cathartic feeling. And it's the same cathartic feeling that I get when I hit the microphone and I review Kamen Rider, review Super Sentai, talk about what's going on, try to keep the streets educated and do all that same cathartic feeling. And I just said, you know what I'm saying? I made it to a whole, 5 years on my blog, and it was just like, it was just time to go, because it's like, not saying that reading is some weird dead art form. It's just that really nobody was reading what I said, and the only reason things were getting linked to my blog in the first damn place because of the pictures that I was doing for my picks of the week or whatever, because nobody was actually reading what it was that I had to say. But it wasn't written for people to read, because the same reason why I make the dumb, stupid videos I make with Jay, and we do all this stuff, is so I can go back later and just see, like, what was on my mind. It's an easy way to reminisce, and I've told the story about how and why and what drives the content that I make because of what happened. Honestly, this ain't gonna stop nothing. Because if we gonna keep it real on the truth moment, I wasn't making no money on this shit in the first place. Like, when I first joined my MCN, I was making money hand over fist. Like, when I finally joined my MCN and I was monetizing my stuff, I was sitting up here, they was sitting up here throwing me cash. They like, yo, you made this video? And it's like, it was just this wild thing, because it's like, there have been some videos on this channel, people were monetizing for themselves, like making money off my grind, my hustle. And I had to sit up here, and then, like, once I had an MCN, I had to correct them. And now, YouTube, like, man, look, your boy PewDiePie, he done jacked up. Your boy Logan Paul done went to Japan and sat up here and committed seppuku. So now don't nobody get paid, nobody. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine, YouTube. That's perfectly A-okay. I'm not gonna sit up here and I'm not going to be a 5-year-old child and throw a temper tantrum. No, I'm not gonna even do it. I'm just gonna keep doing what it is that I do. And maybe what I need to do is do more things like this. Because the other thing that I do understand and know, the reason why my stuff ain't popping off the way it is because you need to see this face. I honestly don't feel that seeing this face that I continually point at actually legitimately changes anything. But the what is the word I'm looking for here? Let me think. The perception of is that you need somebody that you can relate to, and by seeing my face, that makes me relatable. But the thing is that I made a choice a long time ago. This was never about me. This is about my journey, my story, and the stories that I have to tell about my life so that I can record them. So when I'm long gone, if somebody want to know who it is that I am, you got plenty of stories on this channel. You know where my head was this day, what happened way back when, and that's why I've been doing this. I'm like, I remember for a long time, I wanted to do this for a living. This stopped becoming profitable for a living about 2.5 years ago to anybody who hadn't already jumped on the wave, who already didn't have the hookup, or anybody who wasn't already pushed in. It's like the internet run a mile a minute. That's just what it is. Internet run a mile a minute. And there's no way at this point for a lot of people starting up to catch up unless you do something so dumb everyone pays attention to you. But how long does it last? We can sit up here and I can name names all day on throwback on people when I was popping major back in 08, 09, 2010 before the flood of everybody trying to join Machinima. Where are those people at now? Those people was sitting up here getting popular on YouTube when there was nothing in it for you. Nothing. And now, again, like I said, at this juncture, those who done their thing, done made their money and ran. They on Twitch hustling. They got t-shirts. They got merchandise. They done sat up here and diversified the game. But the game, I never diversified the game myself, so whose fault is that? It's my own. And I have to take responsibility for that. I have to understand now that if I'm going to continue to create content, it has to 101% be because I want to create content. Because ain't nobody paying me no more. Because I've already made my decision about what I'm going to do, and I already know what it is. So, at the end of the day, the game is this simple. I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not going to throw that Patreon in your face. I'm not going to throw the PayPal Me link in your face or anything like that. It's in the description of every single video I create. If you want to put something in there, that's cool. If not, then, I enjoy it having the ability to tell this story, my story, the story that matters here, the only one that does, not saying that your story matters, but just any instance of where you are right now, my story is the only one that matters. So if you're here to listen to it, then you are here to listen to it, and that I thank you for. Y'all go on Sketch so Bob. I'm going to turn this into a video. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for this for real live installment with this face on Triple the Guy Speaks. Now, with that being said, holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out. Let me look you in the face one more time.